Hi, and welcome, John Morris Show on a Thursday. Hang on, let's think. Wait, yes, it is Thursday. So one of our text strings for the athletic department, Jerry Hill or somebody started the string thinking it was Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. Come in here and Tom Barfield says thinking it's Friday, but right in the middle, Garrett. We'll hit it right in the middle at Thursday.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I would rather look ahead and think it's Friday than Wednesday.
Right.
But my gosh. Right. Yeah, it's Thursday. People.
All right. Let's keep track. It is Thursday. Glad you're with us today. And let you hear from Dave Aranda coming up a little bit later in the hour. A sit down we did with him that's kind of all-inclusive, wraps up spring, looking at summer. Now, this was before the Big 12 football media days that we did this with Dave, but I think there's some really good information there, and courtesy of Baylor Plus and Baylor Vision, we'll look in on some of that coming up. Today in the hour, we're brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. Great to be at the Brazos Landing for the live bonus show yesterday. It was during the height of a pretty good storm that blew through Central Texas, but fun to be there. And thanks to Becky and Claude Lindsay and everyone for their hospitality at the Brazos Landing. Love it every time we get a chance to go there. ESPYs were last night. Garrett, I didn't watch a minute of it. I may go back if I get a second, go back and watch it because it's always a really well-produced show. But last night I just didn't have a chance to watch it. Did you?
I didn't watch it. These are events that I typically will watch the highlights on social media afterwards.
Right.
Like it just kind of gets rid of the fluff for me, essentially.
That's true.
It's like with UFC fights and stuff. I'm not paying all this. I'll just see the highlight on social media after the fact.
There you go. Smart move.
So but they did an excellent job with the production of the different segments that I saw throughout the night. They crushed it.
They do always. They always do.
Yes.
It's a really well-produced show. I mean, they think about it. I mean, ESPN, that's their business, and it's always well done, including our man Tice Armstrong, the former Baylor first baseman. He was nominated for an ESPY Best Single Game Performance. He didn't win. I think Shohei Ohtani won that category. Is that right?
Yeah. This bugs me, Jim.
Yeah, okay.
Because, look, this was something that we haven't seen. Like, most of us in our lifetime have never seen what Tice did.
Yeah,
and granted, I understand what Shohei did was special, but Shohei's more than likely going to be in these spots again, right? This was unique for Tice. It was unique for Baylor. Yeah. And it reminds me of, like, I don't want to just give it to Tice because I wanted to see him win it.
Right.
But it reminds me of, like, okay, Adrian Peterson's freshman year. We didn't give him the Heisman because, he'll do it again. Yeah. That's not guaranteed.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
And I understand that's a thin line or a fine line to walk, but I would have loved to see Tice get it.
It's a really good point. You can't think, if he doesn't get it this year, he'll get it next year, or something like that. Yeah. It may never happen again. You may never get, I think of Van McElroy, who played football at Baylor. He was drafted by what was then the Oakland Raiders, and the Raiders went to the Super Bowl his rookie year. And we did an interview with him. He came back to school after that. And it was like, Super Bowl. It was great. I look forward to doing that a lot of times. And I'm not sure he ever went back. I think it was that rookie season, and that was it.
I mean, like, I think the best example, right, would be the Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, that's right.
One time, and then you just never get back. It's so difficult in sports. And I think at times we take those moments for granted. And this is one where I've just wished Tice would have gotten his honors.
Great point. Very good. Great to be nominated, though. Great to be on the big stage last night. Here's a look at the introduction for Tice Armstrong, courtesy of ESPN at the ESPYs last night.
The bases are loaded. Here comes Tice Armstrong. Oh, grand slam! The Bears have loaded the bases. Deep to left field. Armstrong has done it again. That is nuts. He couldn't possibly, could he? No way! 3 grand slams.
That is great. Great audio there from Tom Barfield and Derek Smith. The Baylor radio calls for that. That was a game. It was the season opener for Baylor. Was it Eastern New Mexico? Is that who it was?
I believe so.
I think that's right. And there was no separate TV broadcast for that. So TV was taking the radio audio. So there you go. You get, for posterity, Derek and Tom with their calls of all 3 of those Grand Slams. So still pretty cool. And then Tice was back on stage a little bit later, wasn't he? Did you see that?
I did not, honestly.
It was the Capital One. They made a donation to the scholarship fund for schools, and Tice was up there representing Baylor. So I think I'll have to double check. I think it was $250,000 donation. Now that may have been total for split among several schools, or it might have been $250,000 to Baylor for scholarships and scholar athletes.
That would be great for Baylor in general. But like, just think about the publicity that Baylor baseball has gotten over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
you had the draft with Lucas and Tice.
Yeah,
you're going to the Red Sox. You're going to the Yankees. You got the ESPYs. You've got you had the Shea and
Max Muncy at the All-Star game. That's right.
Crazy representation for Baylor baseball at the momentum over the past week.
That's been a good week. That really has. So really good, and couldn't happen to a better guy, for Tice Armstrong to be the one nominated there. Some of the other highlights from last night: the ESPYs Best Championship Performance. Jalen Brunson, New York Knicks. That's a good call. Best Breakthrough Athlete. Alyssa Lynn, U.S. Figure Skating. Muhammad Ali, a Sports Humanitarian Award. Steph Curry for Golden State. Best College Athlete, men's, Fernando Mendoza of Indiana. That's a good choice. And Best Female College Athlete, Lauren Betts, UCLA. Women's basketball. Jim Abbott won the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance. You remember Jim Abbott pitched in the majors, had one hand. He didn't have a right hand, and pitched Major League Baseball. Unbelievable. And they had a great video with him. Go back and watch that one with Jim Abbott from last night. The best single game performance was Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. That was the category where Tice was one of the finalists. Best play, OJ Anunoby from the Knicks, that follow-up dunk that really, it didn't clinch the series. It clinched that game for the most part, but it was the highlight moment of the Knicks championship run. So those are some of the other winners from last night. Best WNBA player, Asia Wilson of Las Vegas. Best NBA player, Jalen Brunson. Those are some of the highlights of the ESPYs from last night. But cool to have Tice and Baylor front and center there. And great to hear Tom and Derek, their call on the Baylor Sports Media Network on the ESPYs last night. That's always fun. All right, ESPYs wound up last night. How about World Cup update? Argentina comes from behind again and wins over Spain. So it'll be Argentina and Spain will meet for the World Cup championship on Sunday. Argentina comes from behind to beat England. Somebody made the snarky comment, England just doesn't do well on in the United States.
They do not.
Which is pretty good.
Around this time, we didn't need England winning over here. We don't need all that. So
we
keep
don't
that back across the pond.
Yeah, we don't need that at all. But Argentina was behind behind 1-0 and scored in the 85th minute to tie it up, and then scored an extra time to win it. Lionel Messi did not have a goal, but had 2 assists. The 2 goals they scored were 2 assists. How about that?
No, it was a good match. Like watching it, I know there was a lot of talk from the England perspective on the substitutions being mishandled and playing conservative once they got the lead and all of that. But ultimately, it was a great matchup. I personally am glad that England didn't move on. I'm not a big fan of Kane. So at this point, I still am going to ride with Spain, but it was fun to watch that matchup.
Yeah, pretty cool. So the championship match is set. That's 2:00 on Sunday. Argentina versus Spain. That'll be great. And they do play, as we talked about, the third place match, for lack of a better term. They'll play that on Saturday. That'll be France versus England. What's their motivation? I mean, do they really want to do that?
I mean, I guess if I'm one of those star players, like at this point, I don't even really want to be involved with it, honestly. I just want to be healthy and start worrying about my season, where I don't know how they transpire over there. Like, I don't know how the soccer is set up for the seasons. But at this point, you've done everything you can do. You're not going to win the gold for your country.
Yeah.
Just go and get ready for the season.
Yeah, and I'm not sure it's not like the Olympics. I don't think they're going to give a bronze medal. I don't think. Maybe they do.
Yeah, and if they do, I don't want that.
You're right.
I mean, honestly,
right.
I don't.
Right. We'll ask Paul Jobson, our World Cup aficionado. He'll be with us tomorrow. We'll ask him what the motivation is for that third place. Maybe there is. Maybe there is motivation there. You can say you finished third in the World Cup, and that's better than fourth in the World Cup. So maybe so. But we'll ask Paul that tomorrow. He'll be with us here in the 9 o'clock hour tomorrow. All right, we're off and running on a Thursday. We'll take a break, come back, and it is Thursday night at Foster Pavilion tonight on the plaza there. We'll preview that when we come back a little bit later. Our sit down with Coach Dave Aranda. Stay with us. John Morris Show, brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. Also on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Take a break. Back right after this.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Thursday inside the TFNB studios, historic Elm Avenue in Waco. Look out the window and maybe more rain coming today, you think? What's going on in July?
Good night. Yeah, it's definitely clouding up out there.
It sure looks like it. All right, be careful out there. We are brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club. Check the weather before you head out there. Lake Waco Golf Club, a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course, plus an executive 18-hole par 3 course. Now, doesn't matter what the weather is. Remember, the bar and grill is open to the public, and check them out at lakewacogc.com, lakewacogc.com. Hope the weather cooperates. Another Thursday night on the plaza at Foster Pavilion tonight. Last Thursday was the inaugural one, and men's and women's basketball was there. This is a free event that comes up tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. Here's a look at some of the details of that. Tonight, Baylor volleyball will be front and center, so that'll be fun. And come on out, summer at the Turner Plaza at Foster Pavilion. It is absolutely free. There are food trucks there, food to purchase there, but a free event and fun to have our student athletes as a part of it. Volleyball tonight, football next Thursday, then soccer on the final summer Thursday at Turner Plaza. So again, that is coming up tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. right outside Foster Pavilion, right there along University Parks Drive. So cool deal. And I think this week maybe they learned some things last Thursday that it will be even better tonight. So come on out there and just a great fun event put on by Baylor University and by Baylor Athletics. All right.
One thing real quick.
Yes.
So we were talking about motivation, right? For the
third place game. Yeah.
So Brandon makes a great point here. So if you're France and you're Mbappe and you have an opportunity to play for the third place, it's not necessarily about winning that thing. But Mbappe is just one goal behind Messi for all-time World Cup goals.
Really?
Yeah. So he's got 20. Messi has 21. So you're looking at opportunity for a personal goal for him. So there might be some motivation for France.
Yep. That's a good reason right there. And I mean, it's a high level match. I mean, just for viewers, it's a
pride
big deal.
And nation pride and all that. I mean, like, there is some reason to get behind it.
I bet when you lose the semifinal, I bet your immediate thought is, let's go home, but then maybe when it starts getting closer, you start working out again and you got a chance to play another match. Maybe there's enough motivation there that it'll be a good match. I'm sure it'll be a great show.
Yeah.
And that's on Saturday.
Correct.
And that one is in
Don't get me
Miami?
lying to you. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the championship is at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and that is apparently going to be just a mess. Like the rail lines going to MetLife Stadium, they jacked up their prices.
Of course they have.
Just to ride that, there. For this match, and that's been set, for several weeks now. So all kinds of stuff. Parking, I can't imagine.
Oh no,
what that would even be like.
I don't even know. Like, I'm not trying to park anywhere in New York. I'm not even driving up there.
Yeah, no, true. I don't want to drive in New York. I don't want to. But and then the ticket prices we talked about topping $5,000. On the secondary market for tickets to Sunday. So,
and the third place game is in Miami, JMO.
Miami, thanks. Yeah. All right, very good. Thanks a lot. All right, you've heard from Dave Aranda really quite a bit over the last week from Big 12 Media Days and other opportunities there. But we had a chance to sit down with him before the media days and just sort of all-inclusive wrap up spring, look at summer, look ahead to the season. And we thought when we finished that interview, we said, man, Dave's great, very, very relaxed. And this was back in June. So it was before his family, before his family went on their trip to Italy. So he was looking forward to that, but just talks about a lot of things. So I want to let you listen in and watch that courtesy of Baylor Plus with Coach Dave Aranda. We'll have that when we come back. Stay with us. John Morris Show. Also brought to you by Toe King of Waco, here to help you the next time you're stuck on the road, a locally owned and family-run business. Toe King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with highly trained operators. Toe King of Waco is a company you can count on. That's Gary Hoffman and his crew at Toe King of Waco. Call them the next time you need help. 254-666-5484 is the number for Toe King of Waco. Take a break. Let you listen in to Coach Dave Aranda. When we come back, John Morris Show continues after this.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Coming out of spring practice, really the last few months, new coaches coming in, new players coming in. As you look at spring as a whole, how do you feel like things went for you?
Really good. Yeah, I think the number one thing we did was that we engaged. Everyone got to know each other. So many new people, from players to coaches, and we pushed everything back to make time for it. And so it was really a priority. And so football was moved back as far as we can move it. And it really even kind of affected some of what we're doing in spring recruiting. But I think that was the thing we had to do, so that we spent time to get to know people. I think for spring to be at our best, what we had to do was get people where they really could feel comfortable knowing who everybody was, so that we can coach them hard. And, I could coach the coaches hard, players could coach the players hard, and you have hard conversations to get the most out of spring. And I thought winter really allowed us to do that.
Good. And that was really intentional, wasn't it? To carve out that time just to get to know your teammates, get to know your coaches better.
Yeah, so what that would look like would be one-on-one meetings. I've met with all the players one-on-one twice this semester. They even meet with their position coaches one-on-one. And then we would have story times where we'd have 5-7 guys in a group. There'll be a coach in there also, but they would tell their story, where they're from, why they do what they do, why is football important to them, what they love about football. Here's something to know about me. Here's something that I really value. And I think for people to speak into that in a safe spot, safe place, and to kind of have that kind of followed up by, we made everyone sit together in the bank, and so no to-go meals. You had to sit down, introduce yourself, someone new, talk to someone. And guys were really taking that to a whole other level. And so right from the very beginning, you could see this was a different team. And it was a connected team.
Yeah.
And so excited that we're able to take it to this step. Summer is going to be even a bigger step for us. So fired up for that.
That has to be a huge step toward developing, creating a chemistry among this team, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think you have to be able to know people so that you can push them. Here is your why right out in front. And so I think that has to be respected. And I think for so many players, especially when you're new, transfer portal wise, I think there can be an element of for a fresh start. And if there isn't that time given to them, I think for them to really show who they are and for you to ask who they are and for you to get into those conversations, they'll just be in acting of whatever they think this culture is, or they are an acting of whatever they think is valued here. And I think whenever it's that way, you're kind of in a dangerous, a tough situation, because once there is any type of failure or adversity, then it'll be, man, I've tried to be everything they want me to be, and this ain't working, and it's on to the next transfer, you know? And so you don't want that. So you want the representative of whoever that person is to get out the way and get the real whoever it is to show up. And I think if you can have that conversation with the real them, then I think you can really get a kid that wants to be coached hard, that wants to be pushed, and wants to be the best football player they can be. And so we've really worked hard to get that.
Well, I think it's great that you can spend that much time on that area, because these days with the portal, everything just seems accelerated. You know, you can't count on somebody coming in, being here 3 or 4 or 5 years. Sometimes it's 9 months with guys, but still, this is really important to that process.
I think it is, yeah. I think you have to have players that believe in their coaches, that know who this guy is, and they know what he's about, and they know, hey, this is his way, but he cares about me, he's for me. And you have to have coaches that believe in their players, that hey, regardless of whatever happened on the field, when they come on back, I got them, right? And I'm going to support them, and we ain't where we need to be, but I'm going to do everything I can to get them there. And I think it's so easy come, easy go, and so transactional that if you're not really, if you don't have a real strong intent of who you want to be, you'll end up being whatever, and in the sake of winning fast and easy. And so it's very important to build really strong relationships, because that's what's going to win in the end.
So another important facet off the field, Kevin Washington has sown into these guys' lives. You had some baptisms recently. That was terrific to see.
Yeah, we've continued to do that. You know, Michael Allen is a player that's been right at the forefront of that, and you know, Jacob Redding's right in there, Matthew Kloppenstein's right in there. There's guys that just are just everything you would want in a student athlete, and just so proud. And you know, there's players that are coming in that I know speaking for a fair amount of the guys that were baptized just recently, that had always accepted Christ, but had just strayed away, and have felt themselves working away, and then to come to Baylor and to get closer to him, and to want him to be a part of your life day in and day out. It's just way cool. Big win.
Yeah. Love that. That's great. Offensively, Coach Spavital back, third year as your offensive coordinator. How has the offensive side grasped that now in his third year compared to when he first got here?
Really good. Yeah, I think there are enough returners to where you know, he doesn't have to say the whole sentence; they can understand it. And the cheat codes that go in with whether it's signals or just code words for things, it can be, communication can be real fast, and so that's a positive. I think the thing that makes it exciting is that, you know, we've got talent in different spots than previous. You know, I think we've got a really talented tight end room. I think we've got a really deep running back room. I think we're going to have a lot of depth at O-line, and so that gives us more of an ability to, you know, this year's team build kind of what we do and how we do it around the people that we have, and really feature them, and be really intentional about, you know, these are things that have helped us in the past. This is how we can still do that, but in a new way, in a different way, because of the talent that we have. And you know, he's fired up about doing that with this year's group.
And defensively, a lot of changes. Coach Klanderman is here, new defensive coordinator. How's that process go this spring?
Really good. Yeah, I think Joe's got a way of really opening up to guys, and guys trust him. And you know, he had some followers from K-State that came as players, and they can kind of help with some of the interpretation what he's saying to the guys that are new to the system. But they really took to it. I think he's really pushing guys hard, and excited about this year's defense. It's going to be much improved, and rightfully so. And I think he's got the guys hunting on that side of the ball.
How was that for you? Kind of handing that off and kind of freeing you up to be to be the head coach over everything.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I want to win, and so what I love about Joe is that he's a thinker, and this goes for Spav too. They're both just really strong thinkers. There's not a lot of just, hey, let's just do this to do it. There's no room for that in today's game, and so everything's kind of thought through and studied. And this particular vein, I want to be able to really course through, and all of those things are happening all the time. And I just think when it's that way, and then you have the level of care that both those guys do for the kids, that you're going to have success. And so for me to support them and give them everything they need, I feel like I can do that from the chair I'm sitting on now to where I was sitting on a bunch of chairs prior and just got muddled up. I feel more confident where I'm at now.
Yeah. It shows how much trust you have in Coach Clanderman, right, to be able to let go and let him take over the defense.
Yeah, excited for him to do that. Excited for the leadership that's mounting in that room. I think we've got a bunch of guys near the line of scrimmage that are really hearing our message, his message, my message. Front guys have got to lead the thing, and I think he's got a great system that enables that. Because those front four guys are going to be let loose. And so I think we've got a really good fit there and a potential for really good things to come.
Nice. Quarterback, always a lot of attention on quarterback. DJ Lagway is here now, transferred in. What kind of growth have you seen from him just in a few short months in Waco?
Yeah, I think from the beginning, his ability to integrate himself with the team and really make himself available to guys has really stood out. I think I remember the first team meeting we had when he came and he sat down. Everyone's looking at him. Everyone's turning. This is when we very first got together, so there was no time prior to this. This was the first time for everybody. And so I think from that stage now to where, he's sitting in the bank, where we eat, and he's sitting with different groups. He's working out afterwards with different groups. He's throwing with different people. He's watching film with different groups. He's very intentional about that. And, some of the things he did during spring break, like bringing people with him and really being on purpose with getting to know his teammates and getting them all on board. He brings a chip on the shoulder, which is pretty strong, which I would say the majority of our team brings too. And so for him to kind of be the face of that and to really push that and get us to a higher level of that, I think is important. And he does it. He does all of it with great energy. He's up in the morning prior to just about anybody, and the intensity that he works. Someone that does it like him is going to have success, and because he's doing it the right way. And he's doing it real respectful, and he's doing it really intentional. So I'm fired up to have him. He's really going to do good things. I know it.
Seemed like he and Coach Spav very quickly developed that relationship that's going to be really beneficial.
Yeah, their one-on-one talks have been really good. I think, to get it to where, his offense completely, talking about DJ's experience in college, completely different from what we're doing here. And so a lot of winter was kind of, hey, this is that. This is what we're doing. This is similar. This doesn't carry. And then some of the winter workouts and even beginning of spring was kind of breaking those things up and trying to transfer stuff that could transfer over. And I think by the end of spring, you're seeing a guy that was playing fast and free and excited for what that's going to look in summer and fall.
So do you have to buff some of those things out of him?
Well, yeah, the kind of structured routes and kind of structured progressions, regardless of coverage or rotation in the secondary, is the complete opposite from what we do. And so, a lot of our routes are choice routes. We're depending on if it's pressed or if it's too high or quarters or three deep, it's a different route, and so it's kind of from the other perspective, more routes, less variation. This is less routes, a ton more variation. And so the ability to kind of connect with receivers, and so where they can see the same thing, and then for him to really connect with Spav, and for they can see the same thing. That's been a lot of the work this offseason.
Wow, terrific. What's the rest of that room look like? You got some other guys there at quarterback also.
They're really pushing hard, yeah. There's really good depth right there between Nate and Ed, and you've got guys that have been here that know the system, that in opportunities to be on the field, go out and make plays. And so there's good depth there with guys that can make plays when they need to.
Good. Let me ask you about the running backs. Dawson Pendergrass back. Great to have him back. What does that room look like right now?
There's a lot of depth there. You got Caden, you got Mike Turner in there too. You've got the ability to be a downhill run team, be physical, but then you also have the ability to play on special teams and add value there. And you can run a wheel route and take it up and be matched up on a linebacker and feel good about that matchup. So you've got some varying levels of skill that you can get matched up with the depth that we have, and so you feel good about that. Ron Morris is a freshman, really good player that we really like getting him matched up in those situations, and so I think there's a lot of depth. Dawson though is the guy that brings the ability to fall forward and push the pile. He's got great patience and vision, and there's a toughness that comes with him, and the ability to always move the ball forward. And so I think that's going to be key with us, and to get the running game going where it needs to be. Is going to be, hey, instead of if it's first 10, we don't want 2nd and 7. We want 2nd and 5. We want 2nd and 4. So you feel really good about that with Dawson carrying the ball.
Good. As well, every time you talk about him, you talk about the depth and improvement.
And they're going to improve. We're all coming from different spots, all gelling as one. And so, hey, we're ID it over here. We're working to the left. Moving. Caden Siraki back. He's played a lot of football. He's playing his best football. Logan Moore is new. Nick Hibble's new. They bring a fight and a grit that we want that O-line to be known for. And so feel really good about where they're at. Excited to get them back for summer and push it even further.
Nice. How important is the run game, a successful run game, to the offense's overall success?
It's the most important. Yeah, I think this year's team has to run the football, and so in terms of the off-season investment into the team and kind of how this team is going to look and what the tough, smart, dependable, all of those things go with running the football. And so we run the football, and then that's going to set up the play-action pass game. That's going to set up the Max Pro shot game. That's going to set up the RPO game. Right? The last thing we want to do is the drop-back pass. And so the running game sets the table for all of those things. And so, it's very important. From the very beginning, coming November, December, how does this need to look like? We need to be physical. We need to be tough. We need to be smart and be hard to kill. Don't make mistakes. We need to be dependable day in, day out. And we need to run the ball. And so it was all built towards that.
Yeah. And DJ, one of his skill sets is running the ball himself. Yeah. That will be a part of it also?
That will be, yeah. So the whether it's design runs or we're in open sets and we're getting coverages where, it's 3-on-2 on this side, or it's tight man-to-man on this side, and guys got their backs turned, and him taking the ability to run, right? If things aren't there, and just the creative part of it. I think those are two separate things, the designed and then the create on the go, but those are things that he feels comfortable with and he wants to do. And Spav is all on board with doing, and we're building, I think in spring our scrambles were some of our biggest plays, not only from the run component of him running it, but him throwing it with the scramble rules of the receivers that are in the routes. And so I think to continue to build on that is really going to be a strength for us.
How about your receivers? You got some new faces and new players. How do you feel about that?
Good, yeah. Gavin Freeman was one of our best players this spring. I think whether it's in the special teams mode or it's in here's a bubble screen, here's a hitch, here's a slant, but also taking the top off versus press coverage rather. He can do all of those things. He's got really good hands. There's really good quickness with him. It's really good speed. But it's just a tough dude, and I just think the way he plays the game, there's just a relentlessness, and there is just a grit about him that he's just not going to be denied. And so, as a guy that's on new and 10, first and 10, second long, to get you back into rhythm and get the thing going, he's your guy. If there's a throw that you need to be completed, he's your guy.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Make this the summer event at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Be among the first to see and drive the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee, delivering up to 37 miles per gallon. Or drive home a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo with your choice of 0% financing for 36 months or 2.9% for 84 months. Or save $9,000 off MSRP. Don't miss these incredible summer savings at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me. We were the copier dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on a Thursday. Glad you're with us. Brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Also by Allen Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Your friend in the car business. Drive a 2026 Dodge Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab with your choice of 0% for 36 months or 25% off MSRP. Comes with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, only at Allen Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat. Should have mentioned earlier, the Open Championship, which is the British Open, but they are hoity-toity enough to call it the Open and think everyone knows what it is. But the Open Championship is underway, first round, and our man Johnny Keffer is at +1 through 7 holes. So he's still on the course, round 1, +1 through 7 holes. 2 leaders in the clubhouse posted -4 scores today. So that's where things stand at Royal Birkdale in England, the Open Championship round 1. It's either on Peacock, I think it's on Peacock, or USA Network right now. Peacock streaming, I think, is the best place to find it in the middle of the night, with the time difference, or any time during the day. So good luck to Johnny Keffer as he continues there. Let's share some birthdays with you. And Jerry Hill, when he was with us yesterday, gave us a couple yesterday to mention today, and it's his late dad's birthday. So happy birthday in heaven to Jerry's dad and his wife Julie Hill's birthday today. So happy birthday to Julie Hill. Probably not tuned in. Jerry may be. So Jerry, pass along our birthday greetings to your lovely wife, Julie. It is also Felicia Mulkey's birthday today, the GOAT. I mean, if there is a GOAT in any sport, it is Felicia Mulkey, coach of Baylor's 11-time national champion acrobatics and tumbling team. And happy birthday to Coach Fee. Bailey Rogers, good friend here in Waco. Happy birthday to him. Stuart Kelly, good friend here in Waco. Happy birthday to Stuart. I always remember when Stuart's birthday rolls around, I got to give him a little extra, because there was a time when he was the president, I guess. I'm not sure what the title was, but he was head of the Waco Chamber and didn't work for the chamber, but I think he was serving as the president. Right. So as such, he was up on the dais for one of our kickoff luncheons. And I'm introducing people that are up there. And the list that I have is not right. It's not matching up to the way they're actually seated. So I kind of look away from the list and look down the row, and I'm introducing, 1, 2, 3 this way, and then this way, 1, 2, 3. Well, when I did that, Stuart Kelly, I didn't see him.
Oh, no.
So I introduced everybody up there, and everybody in the audience except me can see Stuart, and I didn't introduce him.
Oh, no.
So it was so bad. And I didn't know it till after the luncheon. I had no idea. And so I always try to make up for it whenever I can with Stuart Kelly, because I owe him. So, Stuart, happy birthday to you. I would dance at your birthday if you'd like. Let's see. Who else do we have today? That might be it. Ooh, no, that's it. No, 16th, Ty Harrington's birthday. Ty Harrington, good baseball man. Happy birthday to him. And Troy Baker's birthday today, out of Conley and Baylor, offensive lineman, great guy. One of those really smart offensive linemen, he would have been great doing broadcasting. So happy birthday to Troy Baker today. And that, I believe, is the birthday list for today. All right, we appreciate your being with us. Have a great day. Tomorrow, our World Cup aficionado, Paul Jobson, will be back. We'll look ahead at the whatever they call it, the third place match, and then the championship and the World Cup coming up this weekend. And look at the semifinals that wrapped up yesterday. So Paul's always fun to visit with, great source of soccer knowledge. So look forward to him being with us tomorrow. Hope you can as well. We are brought to you every day of the week by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Thanks to them. Thanks again to Becky Lindsay and Mr. Claude Lindsay hosting us at the Brazos Landing yesterday. Have a great day. Thanks to Garrett and Brandon behind the scenes. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow at 9. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Spring is sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.